Good morning. The last 2 days of intense traveling, planes, trains, and automobiles. No, I made that bit up. There was no planes. There was actually no trains. So ignore that. We took Ubers. Whew. What a 2 days. So, all started off with Thursday morning. We had a 11:30 appointment at London Bridge Hospital, which we drove all the way to London Bridge Hospital because it had a car park to it, and it took us 4 hours to get there. That was a pain in the arse, and 2.5 hours of that were probably just driving through London in the 20-mile-an-hour zones and the 10,000 bikes that don't give a toss whether they live or die. Driving in London, it's insanity. I mean, just crazy. Would never recommend that to anybody. But by the by, we move on. So we managed to get to the hospital, unfortunately 15 minutes late, so that was fine. Got checked in, which was great. It didn't feel like a hospital. It was it was just like this building next to a great big massive Outlook centre. Anyway, we went in, got checked in, went up to the room, and that was all very, very nice. Had the movie channel, 50 greatest movies. So I watched Enemy of the State of all the movies I could have chose, but Enemy of the State, Gene Hackman, brilliant actor. So I watched that, and then we had a battery of blood tests done. Blood pressure's constantly being taken, a urine dip test, which is always fun. And then they brought out my dressing gown, my surgical gown, and the cotton pants, which I will never understand the point of these cotton pants. What are they? What do they do? They don't do anything apart from squash all your bits up, and not good. The surgical gown was the most complicated thing that I think a designer just thought to himself, right, here's something that works. You put your arms through the front, you're tied up at the back. Perfect. Let's change it. So now it's got all these little pockets, and you have to make a second arm sleeve, and you have to rip things out, the Velcro's open to put it into a different position. It was too stupid. Why make something that's an easy thing to make and make it complicated? It was just, anyway, that wound me up. So I got into that, and then the dressing gown they gave me was like 10 sizes too small. So I looked like twat is the word I'm going to go for. So I had all that on, and then we had to wait around. Now, this is where a complication comes in, because we knew that the plan of order for the next 24 hours was tests and surgery done on the Wednesday, more tests done on the Thursday, and then the chemo one. Then on Saturday, I have to come back to London to have the chemo port taken off, the chemo pump taken off, disconnected, which is a 3-second job, and then a CT scan. So looking at us, we fought to get a CT scan done before Saturday, because then I can work out not going all the way to London on the Saturday, just have a 3-second procedure done. So we managed to actually get it was across London Bridge, Kensington, I can't remember, I'm sorry, a Carrington something, but there was a hospital associated with a Marsden that was happy to give me a CT scan that night. So now we've got a problem, because my surgery's not scheduled till 3, and their last appointment was 5. So if anything went wrong or there was a delay, we were not going to be able to pull this off. So we did speak to the surgeons, and luckily there was a gap that they quickly fitted me into. And the procedure itself only took, it was 15 minutes to do the surgery to fit the port in, and then the rest of it was just prep time, and then you had to have something to eat before they would allow you to leave, which was fine. I ended up having 2 bites of a sandwich, and then the doctors came running in and said, no, stop, you can't eat, you're having a scan. So I was able to leave pretty much straight away, because this sandwich, which I've been craving, this ham and cheese panini sandwich, which I've been craving, and I took 1 bite out of it, and it was probably the best thing I've ever tasted, couldn't eat it. they took it away from me straight away because of the CT scan. The port insertion itself is, like I said, I've had it before. This time they gave me a little bit of light sedation through an oxygen mask just to knock me out a little bit, but not to the point you go to sleep. It just sends you into cuckoo land. And then he gave me my 6 local injections, and yeah, that was it. There was only one part of it that actually hurt, and I thought he'd actually snapped my collarbone because he was pushing really hard. I don't know if you can see. So that's where it goes through the neck. Probably shouldn't have done that. Okay, so I don't know what you can see. And there's the port just there that goes into a lead that goes into my above my heart. So they slice through there, and that's where they feed the guide wire through, and then back down here. And the access port is just there. So in the moment, I've got connected a pump, which is, I'll show you. This thing. So let me see if we can get a clear shot of the bubble. So in there is a chemical, it's a chemochemical called 5-FU, and that's giving me more slow release chemotherapy over the next couple of days. But yeah, when he did this thing, it felt like he broke my collarbone, but nothing was broken, thank God. And it was a good, clean incision. The port incision went in fine. It was 10-15 minutes tops. And then they wheeled me out. And then jobs are good. Couldn't eat this sandwich, had to get dressed. And then we had to go across town, across London, to get to the other hospital, which we just about made it. So that was good. A CT scan done. CT scans again don't hurt, you just have some contrast in it, and that was over again in about 10 minutes. But then we've got to get an Uber back to London Bridge Hospital because that's where we parked the car. So it was an hour from London Bridge to the hospital, an hour back to London Bridge, and an hour and 10 minutes to get to the hotel. So we didn't end up getting into the hotel till about 9 o'clock, and by this time I'm just absolutely devoid of any energy. It was just, I was shattered. My auntie and Belinda went out for something to eat, and then they brought me a McDonald's milkshake back, so that was nice. And then I didn't really want anything to eat after that. I don't know, I picked at a couple of things, but I really just wasn't hungry. I was when I came out from the surgery, but I wasn't after that. So it was all pretty straightforward. It was just long and drawn out and winded and a lot of traveling. But yeah, the first day was fine. Then the second day arrived. And this is a really important one. And I'll do this in the next video because I've done this now for almost 8 minutes. So I'll stop this video and add another.